Previously in the anime, Leonis was the last demon lord standing in the war against the heroes and humanity, and those heroes had become God's slaves. But Leonis had promised the goddess of rebellion that he would find her vessel in the near future, so he isolated himself to reincarnate after 1,000 years. But in that time everything changed and his demon castle had become ruins, and their two girls had come to search for the nest of void monsters but saw Leonis, so Celia freed Leonis from that crystal. But Leonis saw his reincarnation spell messed up as he turned into a child, so he acts as if he had amnesia and can't remember anything, so Celia took Leo under her wings. But their void monster attacked them and Celia protected Leonis with her life, so Leonis paid her back by bringing her back to life but not as a human. Celia didn't know what Leonis did, so thinking that Leo was also blessed with the holy sword, with the healing type, Celia took him to humanity's last stronghold, the 7th Assault Garden. So, as the story progresses, 6 years back in the past, a massive horde of voids attacked the stronghold, and our little Celia and Regina were panicking inside a shelter. Celia tried to calm Regina down but Regina had seen the massive horde of monsters, so Celia tells her that her entire family, her mother, sisters, and father had never lost a battle. But the shock they felt was breaking their confidence. Celia started to panic as well and remembered what her father said to her when she enrolled in the academy. But another huge shock came in and Celia lost her composure and wanted to run outside to her family and battle, but Regina barely holds her back. And when the battle was over, the outside was disastrous. Overall they had 1,000 holy knights out of which only 15 survived, and in the casualties Celia's family also died in the battle. So that's what her past was, so she decided to become a holy knight just like her family. Then they arrived at the city, and Leonis was amazed to see a city this big. But Regina told him that it's a floating city they built to relocate in front lines to fight against voids, and Regina was impressed that Leonis wasn't just a normal refugee. He had awakened his holy sword in his early age, so Leonis acts a bit oblivious to ask about what refugee means to make them believe he has amnesia. After that, Celia assured Leo that he would live with them in the Excalibur Academy, a place where everyone can wield and train with their holy sword. Leo agreed. And Celia assured him that she would handle all the paperwork for his enrollment. So while she takes that into her hand, Regina goes up to the market to shop for their meal, then Celia tells Leo to get inside from that door, just for formality and examination. Then Celia also goes off to her own way and Leo goes to toilet first, thinking that humans had evolved beyond his leaps, and meanwhile he's stuck in a kid's body. There, he summoned his underling. But looking at Leo, Blackus was shocked that he turned back to human like he used to be before becoming the demon lord, but Sherry got rather fond of his new cuteness, but she takes her word back. And there Leo tells them about this floating island that humans built. It was the 7th island, which means that there are 6 more somewhere else. Leonis wanted to create his demonic army again. But first he wanted to analyze the military power of these humans, so he told both them to investigate about their power and also told them that sorcery has been lost in this era. So using any spell will draw them an unwanted attention. As for him, Leo is going to the academy, but Sherry felt disappointed because she wanted to take care of this little Leo herself. Then Leo proceeds with the examination, but an alarm started buzzing out, so Leo hurriedly conceals his mana before anyone finds out. Then he got his ID and there's Celia take it to send it to the academy. After that, Celia showed him around the town and Leo saw peoples were happy despite being on the front lines. So Celia tells him that all the holy knights always prevents voids from directly attacking the town. Then they got to the academy, and Leo realized it was even bigger than his own demon castle. With a lot of things for activities, then she showed the hall where Leo had to attend holy sword inquiry in the training ground, but Celia suddenly was on verge of collapsing for some reason. But she didn't give any thought and goes on her way, but seeing Leo with her every girl were admiring his cuteness, but there the troublemakers comes in, his name's Musel. And he looks down on Celia seeing her scar. Celia didn't want any trouble but the guy just wouldn't let her go. He saw Leo and started making fun of Celia that she's in babysitting job. Since she doesn't have her holy sword yet, then Musel once again told Celia to join his platoon and she won't have to worry about getting expelled from the academy. Even though she can't summon her holy sword despite being from a higher bloodline, Musel exactly tells her to join his harem, but looking at their face, Leo felt as if they were being under mind control spell. Celia gives a hard pass and yet Musel doesn't want to let her go. He grabs her hair, and now Leo had enough of his bratty attitude and uses a little bit of power to make him fall on his knees in fear. Leo gives him a heat warning to him, so Musel take out his holy sword. But their filly came there as she had recorded his behavior on her camera, and reminded him that using holy sword on other students were prohibited. Seeing her, Musel runs off. There Elfine meets Leo and she scanned his body for measurements for his school uniforms. Then Elfine told Celia that she picked up an unusual data from the administration of strange magical reaction, but suddenly Celia felt dizzy that she was going to collapse. So Celia took Leo to her dorm. It was particularly old, so Celia tells Leo that students with more merit gets fancy dorm while the lesser merit students get this old house to live in. There they saw Regina was out of commission, so Celia sends Leo to the bathroom first, but suddenly Celia asked Leo to join her platoon, but first Leo goes into the bath. But there Celia crashes in and joined him. She helps him wash his hair and told him is free to join any platoon he wants. She only suggested to join her only if Leo wants to. Leo saw she was an honest girl, but suddenly Celia once again fell down from dizziness. So Leo pressed the mark that appeared after he brought her back to life and she suddenly started sucking Leo's blood. Celia couldn't understand why she bit Leo. So Leo tells her that she died when those voids attacked her back then. And with that our episode 2 comes to an end for today, but if you're interested in this anime and want to watch more of it, leave a comment in the comments section. Until then, take care, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more anime recaps like this one.